Welcome everyone to this beautiful day, Monday. I hope you are well, with great spirit and ready for the new week. Today I bring you, I think, the most inspirational creature of this world, woman. I'm not super familiar with Nietzsche philosophy. I read some of his works and I came across with the fact that he was perceived as a man who hated women. Until one of his books, Beyond Good and Evil, where some of the people who are studying his literature and produce different type of meta-analysis, they refer to that book where it's shown that Nietzsche was actually not against women. He really wanted women to be educated, and often referring to how they approach their struggles for the equality. But thing he raised, and which caught my attention, was that the women in the drive for the equality were at the same time abandoning their femininity, in a sense of trying to become men. And this is, I thought we may take a moment and think what kind of woman we are. I thought actually that it would be very simple to talk about women, most probably from my own perspective as being one. But when I dived into thoughts, the complexity arose and I often got lost in this forest of images about us. Let me start from the qualities, because the basic definition says woman is an adult female. Nothing to discuss more here. It's clear. I'm more interested in qualities that are associated over the centuries with women, such as sensitivity, caring, having intuition, being generous, kind, compassionate, and so many other so-called soft qualities that are given by nature to women. And I find it really nice. And at the same time, it makes me feel sad, because while our nature evolved to the position of independence, I have impression we lost them somewhere on the way. And especially one, delicacy, the gentle being, the delicate behavior, the tone, through which we can sense the kindness that we are carrying in our hearts. It is nothing new when we say it is expected from women to be gentle, the way how we are expressing our thoughts and how we are sharing our stories with other people around us. I have impression that these soft elements of our nature were moved to the corner, shaded by the principle of physical beauty. Being attractive is with us since centuries. And of course, this physical beauty has also changed. We can see it through the lens of an art as a very basic source of an evidence. But within today, when I'm thinking about that particular thing, isn't it a bit too much? We spend hours per week on our physical workouts, but few minutes, or maybe even none, on study of our mental development, the way how we are evolving to remain women. We will hear voices. We have to be independent. Okay, yes, we should learn to be independent. This is a life skill, and the way how we are using our purposes, whom we want to be in life, and what we want to create in life. But this independency, I think, should not blur the reality. We all want to be in relationships which are good, happy, and fulfilling. But if as a strong, independent woman, we will stand in front of the man, it may attract him for a moment. But when the love will settle, men will always look for the safety, reliability, trustworthy, kindness, respect as well. These all heart-catchy things that we are expecting on our own from the men. And here I think women can find themselves in kind of conflict, because if we are independent, we don't necessarily care about these. When woman goes into the relationship, is having expectations. We are independent. We have right to be like that because we have to take care of ourselves. Okay, so why actually we are looking for a man? Why we are considering to have families with kids if we want to be independent? Why we want to have all of these beauty elements of life if we are not at the same time willing to compromise, to bring the delicacy of us being women, to sacrifice our independence to make our partner, family feeling good, feeling safe. Because we are independent, we are narrowing our awareness, how we are treated. We will go for the party, we will go to meet mixed environment, and then how many gentlemen you can count around yourself? Starting from silly, shallow jokes filled up with neat language. Yes, everybody laughs, of course, we do too. Isn't it that our independency just got disrespected? We want to be treated like women. At the same time, we are not allowing to be treated like one. To be treated with respect, the man should know the boundaries. It's a very old gesture when man was kissing woman in hand, mainly in the past. But in my adult life, I've met only 3 men who did that, and it was really incredible experience as woman. Male friend paying for lunch, blast. Men opening the car door. That is the beauty of being woman. And by the way, our independency don't get crushed here. You like flowers? Ask to have them fresh on a weekly basis. If he does not do that, if you can, walk away. If you can't, buy them on your own. Make him aware of your inner woman needs. It's a simple example, but if man does not have gestures to you, what do you think it will be tomorrow? Asking to be treated like a woman is not a compromise with independency. If you are 30, don't let yourself to be invited by a boy for a date. Men will invite you for a dinner, coffee, not to bar and a drink. And here is another concept. We pay for ourselves. Why? When man invites you, make sure you have money, but for taxi. Independence versus dependency. What do we want to have? Version of ourselves, but in body of men? We are seeking for being loved. We are seeking for being accepted the way we are. At the same time, we are surrounding ourselves with this thick wall of independency. I think it's nothing wrong if we jump back to skirts, maybe show less body. Why we think when we are showing our bellies, deep décolleté, when we are going out, it's womanish. Isn't just other way of shouting, I'm open, I want to be seen? When we go to public, why we want to be seen? Why it is so important for us to be seen if we are so independent? Why we consider our existence today through the physical appearance, but not what kind of quality the conversation at the table is just right now in front of us. I think about women we could talk a lot and long time, because there will be much more concepts, not only soft skills, behavioral attitudes, dual-driven expectations from men and to men, codependency, independency, validation, power, compromise, sacrifice, having man who is thoughtful, trustworthy, faithful, reliable. But hey, why he should be reliable to us or faithful if we are not creating the boundaries the way how we want to be treated? Being independent woman for me is to have self-esteem. Be honest and do not compromise on disrespectful manners. Create own passion that will create the strength and source of own self-respect and emotional maturity. Be lady. Thank you.